welcome to another episode of the Creators Outlet, episode 141, sponsored by our friends over at the Inked Marketing Team. Just go to www.inked.marketing and see how they can help you with your Kickstarter or Indiegogo today. And now we want to welcome Phillip Diaz, one of the creators behind Magic Cop 2 and many other books from what I've seen in my DM today. Welcome.
Yeah. Hey, thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you getting me on the show and to talk about some cool projects that are going on. A little bit about myself too.
Yeah. So why don't you give us a little bit of background of you and how you got into doing comics?
Sure. Yeah. So I'm Phil, and I started. I mean, I've been writing for a long time, but started doing comics with my brother, who's actually an artist that I work with now, back in like 2012. I was right out of high school, and we're like this idea for a comic character, and all of our ideas usually start out as jokes and then turn into something cool. So we had this idea for this vigilante character, and before we knew anyone that could draw, or before my brother was confident enough to draw, we actually did these comics here. Hold on, give me a second here, but check this out.
Well, let's pop that up there. The silhouettes.
Yeah, so this was not illustrated. It was actually pictures of myself and friends in front of a green screen.
Oh, cool.
And so we did these way back when. I did the lettering, which was really rough. And, we were both very young and new at this stuff. But we hung out onto this character. We took him to cons like Wizard World back in the day. And then from there, I kind of went to college and forgot about, all the indie publishing, but was still writing these characters, the silhouette. And from that, more superheroes kind of came out of that universe, and always wanted to get back into it. So in around like 2018, I had a bunch of stories that I actually wrote for college dealing with these characters, and I wanted to get them, rolling and get back into publishing stuff. So I hit up some artist buddies, and it turned out that they weren't really reliable. Got burned by a couple artists, and my brother and I came up with a different idea because we work for a video game company, and it was actually an idea for a video game that we were going to make. It was going to be like a 2D side-scrolling beat-em-up like Bad Dudes or Final Fight back in the day, and it was called Magic Cop. So from there, like, I love character creation. My favorite thing about video games or writing is characters, and comics too, like different unique powers and attributes. So I came up with this vast world, these characters, bosses they would fight in them, and the game never went anywhere. We didn't get it greenlit or anything. We were just kind of like working on it as a side project. We already had these stories that you would play through in the game. And so we're like, why don't we make this into a comic? My brother was already doing concept art for it, and he wanted to try at doing sequential art for the book. So we did it. We started, promoting it. We drew up a short story for it, and we're like, we could do this. And that's when we did Magic Cop 1.
Nice.
This came out in 2019. We launched the Indiegogo campaign, fulfilled it on time. This is 92 pages. It's a pretty thick book.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yeah. We tried to make it a full story. It's basically 4 chapters or 4 issues in one book, a trade paperback, and beautiful cover by Pablo Romero. So this is basically a mash between the 1980s monsters and magic in one. You got witches, werewolves, mermaids, magic cops. Obviously, he's like a wizard. And if you love the 1980s and you love stuff like Miami Vice, you're definitely going to love this. So that was our first campaign. And now we're doing the sequel, which is our officially 3rd campaign. and we're having a blast, total blast doing it and putting this stuff out there.
It looks cool, and hey, anytime you get a hot girl with green skin,
Yeah,
and I'm not just talking about She-Hulk.
yeah.
Like I said, I'm old. I'll go back to Fathom from the Elementals.
Yeah, lots of Star Trek action there too. But yeah, Helly is our witch chick, so you can see her there. She's our sexy witch. She's a detective on the team. She goes undercover as a prostitute. She has a mini cauldron she carries around to whip up any spells at the drop of a hat. And just a lot of fun with that. You know, we did Magic Cop 1, kind of gained notoriety in our circle. I met a lot of artists that wanted to make comics, which was amazing. You know, having friends that were also creators now, and actually helped us bring the character, the Silhouette, back, because after Magic Cop, we went and did the Lost Pages, which was our kind of like Silhouette universe. And we were able to get, I don't know if you're familiar with this artist, but Simon Bisley did an amazing cover for us.
Yeah, I was wondering when you're going to bring up his name with that big giant Lobo statue behind you.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I'm a huge Lobo fan. I have like every Lobo statue. So, and I'm a huge Simon Bisley fan. He's like my all-time favorite artist, and we actually got him to do the cover. He actually signed a bunch of copies for us too. If you guys are Simon Bisley fans and you want to check out a comic, this comic actually ships the next day. Like, we have all of them printed, so we're kind of shipping on demand. The Indiegogo is still in demand, so you can still grab it. We'll ship it out, and we have one copy left signed by Simon himself. So this is much more like comic centric. If you guys are fans of superhero comics, this is kind of an ode to that. It has a bunch of different characters, including the Silhouette in here, and kind of lays the foundation for that. So because of Magic Cop 1, we met a bunch of people, kind of gained recognition by readers, and it really helped us make this, because we worked with, over 20 different artists throughout the whole campaign, between the stories, the trading cards we did. You get like 8 free trading cards, as well as a bonus book, which has even more characters, even more stories, and more artists in there. So this is the bonus book. It's got a beautiful wraparound cover by Joe Ball.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and that's all the characters too. So kind of building a really big superhero universe in here. Lots of fun. So our dreams are coming true with this stuff. Like, this is what we set out to make, was the Silhouette, and bring those characters to life and those superheroes. And Magic Cop just helped us do that.
Yeah, I've been waiting to get a chance to meet Simon, but I'm stuck in the Northeast. Yeah, I'm south of Boston. I'm disabled, so I can't really go much of anywhere.
Yeah,
but man, would I love to get him to do a remark on that Omega Men issue of the first appearance of Logo.
That would be hilarious, man.
I got like a half dozen of them, so I'm like,
yeah, mine's up on the shelf. I actually have a statue, a custom statue of that first appearance costume.
Oh, that's
pretty hilarious. It's definitely wacky, but no, he's so cool. I met him at a convention in Chicago here, and he's the coolest guy. You know, he talks to everybody. You know, he'll sign everything for free. I have an original from him that he did at the convention. He was doing shots of Jack Daniels with fans at the table, you know, in our gallery.
Oh, hell yeah.
He's one of a kind, man. He's so cool.
Hey, Pops, how you doing?
Yo, what's up, Pops? Good to see you.
So I want to pop up Magic Cop, and I queued the trailer up to where the animation starts.
Nice.
Just because I figured, well, I'm going to be talking to you about the book, so
yeah. Love about Halloween, smash with everything you love about the 1980s. And in Magic Cop 2, all of our favorite detectives are back. Grey Wolf, the old-timer, Helly, the sexy witch,
O'Hara the half-leprechaun, half-giant, and Iggy the magic cop. This time, there's a new drug on the streets of Ambrosia. This special strain of pixie dust is giving its abusers magical powers, and it's up to the team to find out who's concocting it before the whole city runs mad with magic. But that's not all. Whoever's behind this has painted a target on the backs of the police, leading into a run-in with the city's most wanted contract killer, the Headless Hitman. This book's got a whole lot of action, a whole lot of 80s, and of course, fast cars, hot beach babes, and even hotter crime. The only detective with the spells to stop it is Magic Cop.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
And remember, we can't do it without your help.
So hop on board. Let's go make some
comics.
Oh yeah, you definitely get your Miami Vice.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very cool. Well, that's not doing too bad, huh?
No, man, it's
Wow.
crazy. It's done much more than the first Magic Cop book, so it's just wild to think about. So the first book we did, Magic Cop 1, after the 60 days of the campaign, we were at $4,000. And then after we shipped the book, we had gotten overall through the whole campaign $10,000 more. So we were sitting at like right under 15.
Mm-hmm.
And then when we did the Lost Pages blew that out of the water. The Lost Pages made like 33,000. It's sitting at right now. And then Magic Cop 2, it beat Magic Cop 1 in its first day of funding.
Wow.
And now we're here. We just crossed 26,000, and we'll be shipping the books. We're going to start shipping them at the end of next month, and we're going to be on time. We're going to get this stuff out, and then we're going to be going into the next book. So,
and this is still on demand.
Yeah. People could still get it right now. They'll be able to order it up, and we'll be shipping it out at the end of next month.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the Magic Cup pack is the featured tier.
That's right. Check this out. So I have one of them right here. So, I mean, everybody needs to drink sometimes, right? So we wanted to try something new for our campaigns, new merch, the Magic Cup, awesome illustration by Alan Alonso. He just killed it on this. He's also the artist of our Ash Can. So we got all the bad guys versus all the good guys in the Magic Cop world, including Helly right there. Just lots of fun. So just a new way to represent us at Zade Comics and Magic Cop.
Yeah, that's very MCU of you to release something that you would have to pay like $12 in the movie theater for.
Yeah. Well, that's what we love. Those movie cups, or like the stadium cups, or even at conventions they have cups like that.
Yeah, I still have a couple of those. Every time I took my daughter to go see like an MCU movie, we would, I would be like, get her what she wanted, and then Daddy would spend like $30 to get the bucket of popcorn and the cup.
Yeah,
it's like, why? I go, well, because after we finish eating the popcorn, you can put all your crayons in one of these buckets. Oh, okay. But what about the cup line? So what else besides the cup is in this featured tier?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So that is a perfect pack to get if you're new to the franchise, because it comes not only with Magic Cop 2, with that awesome new cover that you see there, as well as Magic Cop 1, but this time it's a reprint cover. And I actually have the proof copy. We just got it in last week. Let me show you that. This is the Kelsey Shannon reprint cover. Got the whole team there, as well as the bad guy from the first issue His name is
that's-
Bone Daddy-O. He's this skeleton Jamaican guy who's trafficking mermaids into the city.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. You got the car down there, the unicorn. And so it comes with this, and this, like I said, it's 92 pages. You get a bunch of story. And then the new book is also 92 pages. So you're going to get 2 big stories, lots of action, just lots of fun. So that pack comes with those 2 books, as well as an ash can, which is going to be super fun. It includes a short story illustrated by Alan Alonso, who did the art on the Magic Cup. And it's also going to come with this poster, which is the art that's actually on the Magic Cup. So you get to hang this on your wall.
Cool.
So you get 2 books, the ash can, the poster, the cup, as well as all of the stretch goals that we've reached, which is like a bookmark, 3 trading cards, a ton of stuff. So you get a lot of content with whenever you back one of our books.
Very cool. I used to always complain about the bookmarks, but now I'm reading probably around 6 different books.
Yeah.
Like 2, what my mother would consider 2 real books.
Yeah.
And 2 prose books and like 2 trades and a couple of double-sized issues. So I'm like, I'll get a few pages here and a few pages there. So
that's the way to do it.
There's also a tier where you can just grab an issue of Magic Cop 2 for $25.
That's right.
And these books are huge, so
yeah, you're going to be reading them for a good while. But the cool thing is, a lot of people feedback from the first campaign when they were reading Magic Cop 1, they're like, yeah, I read it in just one sitting because I kind of try to write with those page turns in mind that keep you glued to the book, in my mind. So a lot of people were like, yeah, I read it in one sitting. It was a lot of fun. So it's going to be a fun ride. Maybe you won't even need those bookmarks.
And
there's
right here showing off some skills by the rotating cup in the middle of the page. And I got to learn some stuff. You have another tier for $50 where you can get Magic Cop 2, the ash can and the poster.
Yeah, so with our tiers, we kind of tried to make one at a price point that anyone, could jump onto. So if you're looking to spend this amount, you can jump in here, as well as you can mix and match it. So Indiegogo has this awesome add-on section before you purchase, before you check out the book, you could add on whatever you want. So if you just want the book and the cup, then you could do that. You can just grab the book and add on the cup, or you can add on 2 cups. It'll save on shipping. Like what we have here is the first time we ever added a shirt into a pack with the Magic Gear perk. So it's basically everything in the Magic Cup perk plus a t-shirt. And you could, once you click on that, it comes with a drop-down menu that you could easily choose your size on the shirts, and we'll get that all ready for you. Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And of course, you have the catch-up tier, so everybody can get Magic Cop 1, Magic Cop 2, and the ash can for $75. But at that point, don't you want the cup too?
I mean, some people do, some people don't.
For an extra $10, even if you personally don't want the cup, think of what a cool gift this will make for anybody that likes to consume liquids.
Yeah, no, it's a lot of fun, man. 32 ounces. How could you say no? I don't know.
Oh, man, now I'm just having college flashbacks with the big 64-ounce Circle K mugs. Oh, it got me in so much trouble. You also have a first printing.
Right, yeah. So if people want that continuity between the 2 covers, like they missed out on the first campaign, we still have some of those books left over. Now, Pablo Romero did the cover for the first book and the second book. So if they want to, keep that cover artist there and get some of the first printing, you can totally do that. It comes with everything else as well. And that's that final tier there.
Yeah, and that's like, I would expect it to be even more.
Yeah.
Just because it's, a super limited quantity, because you guys blew all those out.
Mm-hmm.
But you're getting a first print plus everything that's in the featured tier and the t-shirt for $130.
Right. Yeah, we wanted to offer this because it was a limited run. I think we only printed 300 of those first books. So we have like 25 left, and these are going to be the last ones.
Yeah, once they're gone, they're gone.
Yep.
And you had sketch cards.
Yeah, we did a ton of sketch cards from our buddies, and those sold out right away. I love having traditional art available to the backers and the readers. Now, this book is drawn totally digitally, so a cool way that we figured out to get some traditional art to those fans is doing these little sketch cards from our buddies, our amazing artist friends.
So why don't you name off just a few of the guys that did sketch cards for you this time?
Yeah, sure. We got Joe Ball, Vic King there, an awesome artist that goes by Booty Juice on Twitter. His name is Daniel Dahl. He's an awesome guy. I definitely want to work with him in the future. He did some awesome Copic pen work on those cards.
I want to work with him just because his Twitter name is Booty Juice.
Yeah. No, he's such a cool guy. Passion for drawing, Simon Simpotier.
Sim.
Yeah, Sim's great. I actually just got a package from Sim today, and it is the sketch cards he did for us. So here's some of those sketch cards. So these are
nice.
purchased already. I did this sexy babe torso on one of them too. So he sent me those. Those are going to be going out to the backers when we do ship this stuff out. So yeah, sketch cards. Cool.
Yeah, because I got to. I'm selling my regular mainstream books to buy more indie stuff.
Oh, cool.
So I'm like, I got to sell some keys because there's like 3 or 4 books I got to get on before the end of the month when they're done.
Yeah.
Sims is one of them.
Yeah, Sim is great. I've known him for a while. I'll actually be on that stream with him tonight. So he comes on and hangs out with us.
Oh, cool.
Very
One
of my hardline boys.
So yeah, this is very like indie 80s kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so this is the bad guy of the story. So the basic pitch for the story, I mean, you guys heard it in the video, but someone in the city is making a new drug, pixie dust, which is basically their cocaine, and whoever snorts it gets magical powers. And the cops can't have that because all the junkies are going to be running around and do whatever they want. So they're cracking down on this. They got to find out who's making it. And basically, we find out it's this guy, Arsenic Jones. And he's this big, bad bodybuilder who actually uses magic as steroids. And he's taking the fight to them. He hires a contract killer. Well, if you scroll down, you'll see him, the Headless Hitman. And he is contracted to take out the Ambrosia Police Department to kill off these cops. So you get sick chase scenes with this guy. A lot of people, he's one of my favorite characters. The fans seem to dig this character. We have a trading card with him as well that everybody's going to be getting for free. And it's going to be a wild ride. This is some of the art from the Ash Can. Now, the Ash Can focuses on Grey Wolf, who's the old-time veteran detective. And this is a flashback story to when he went above the law to track down a crime lord to seek some revenge. So if you guys back this book, definitely you're going to need to get the Ash Can. Sorry about that.
That's all right.
Because the ash can is just a hell of a ride, nonstop action. Werewolf with a samurai sword. What more do you want? It's so fun.
I looked at him. I go, it partly, of course, reminds me a little bit of Splinter.
Yeah.
And a little bit of some early Hunter Rose Grendel.
Oh yeah.
Because Hunter's foe was the werewolf there. Very cool. And the new cover.
Yeah, that's we just showed that. That's awesome. And this next thing is pretty cool too. So if you scroll down to this is our Magic Scroll. It's another add-on that we had just for this campaign. A lot of people love the Ash Can cover by Alan Alonso with Grey Wolf on there, kind of like an homage to Enter the Dragon.
Yeah.
And so we did this scroll type poster instead of a regular poster. We have a mock-up right here. You get this kick-ass Asian style scroll for your wall. It's printed on canvas paper. So if you guys haven't backed yet, you could put this add-on to your purchase at checkout. Or if you guys already backed, you could then go into the update section and just throw this on with no shipping. So we'll just throw it into the box for you.
Cool.
Really fun stuff.
Oh, I like that. I've got it's on fabric, but I've got a Dawn piece from Joe Linsner.
Oh yeah.
Like that. It was like a blue canvas that he did with one of his Dawn images from probably about 20 years ago now.
That's awesome.
Of course, that and stretch goals.
Yeah, so these are the big ones people were unlocking. A lot of people love trading cards, and we love making them because we get to work with more and more great artists. So those two right there were the first ones we unlocked, and I actually have them. They all just got shipped to me last week, so they're ready to go. And if anyone backs a physical tier on this campaign, they'll be getting these 3 trading cards. So we have the Arsenic Jones trading card. It's hand painted by Preston Acevedo. Amazing artist.
Nice.
Yeah, he just totally hulked them out. Exactly how he's supposed to look. He's got a bunch of magic wands sticking out of his back. He's juicing up on them. Got some dead pixies in the foreground. And I'm a writer, and I love writing these little bios on the back. So kind of laid out like the old style Marvel trading cards, with little headshots, little stats, stuff like that. The next one is our Magic Cop and Grey Wolf trading card. Art by E.J. Morges. Colors by Oliver from 656 Comics.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He has a new name, though, now.
Does he?
We gave him a new nickname, and he hates it, so I keep calling him. No. Pop said he looked like Samoa Joe, and because he's a colorist, I started calling him Samoa Crayola.
Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe's great. And then this one is actually our horizontal card, and it's the Headless Hitman card, drawn by Dan Plagle, colors by Billy Basco. And Dan Plagle, I don't know if you know him, but on Twitter he goes by Boob Dan Art. He always draws these very curvy ladies. So love that card so much. So those are going to be free when you guys order. We're going to throw them in with your comic.
Cool. Back the book. Lots of cool stuff.
Yeah.
The Headless Horseman blockhead.
Yep, everyone gets one of those as well.
Paper art. I would have to have my 13-year-old put this together because I have no patience.
This one was so fun because he doesn't even have a head. So,
yeah,
this guy totally designed it without a head, and props to him. It was so cool.
Just put the sunglasses across the front, and then he's got that high disco collar like the old Nightwing costume.
Yeah, disco dick. Yeah, that's right.
And of course, there's plenty of add-ons, stickers, MIDI prints, the cup, naughty prints.
Yeah, so we did this for the first campaign as well. So in the book, since it is 92 pages, there's 4 chapters in it, and each chapter has its own cover. So my brother drew 2 versions of each of those covers. The one in the book is censored, and the naughty prints are the uncensored ones. So a lot of people are, like that stuff and grab onto it. It's one of our most popular add-ons for sure, those naughty prints.
It never goes out of style.
Yeah, and as you can see there, we are far along in the process. I think my brother has like 5 pages left to draw. Everything's totally written. Colors are coming in, and as soon as they come in, I letter them myself. And there's 1 more page of colors left for the ash can. So this week we're going to be getting a lot of stuff in. A lot of letters are going to be done, and we're going to be off to the printers in no time. And by the end of the next month, we'll be shipping stuff out.
Very cool. I mean, I really dig this because, well, I like the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, man, the 80s is awesome. So much fun. Yeah,
and this is just like a really cool concept, man.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's a lot of fun to put together. It's crazy to see that it's actually a thing now, because it was just an idea. And comics is so awesome because you could just think of something, and if you have the backing and the money to get it done, and our artists, you can make something really cool that hopefully will be remembered. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to make this so people know these stories and remember them and have fun with them, because that's what the comics is. It's fun. It's escapism. That's why I love it.
Did you and your brother ever think that after the first Magic Cop that you'd have a book that would take off as high as Lost Pages and this did?
Man, no, I mean, making it, we didn't really. It was the first thing we ever did with crowdfunding. We didn't really know what was going to happen, where the limit would be, and all the people we met, we didn't even know them. So it was hard to conceive that we'd have a book that, Lost Pages, like, had 500 backers, over 500 backers. So seeing where it is now, it's insane. It's so cool. We've sold over 300 copies of Magic Cop 2 so far. It's so cool to see the numbers grow and the reader base grow as well. But that's the whole thing. I want as many people out there reading this stuff as possible, because I want to make people feel the way I feel when I read stuff that I love, like Alan Moore and Grant Morrison's work.
Oh, yeah.
Old Swamp Thing stuff. Like, I want to impose those feelings and the excitement onto a readership of my own.
Yeah, because, well, I think we all know there's nothing very exciting going on in mainstream comics for years. So,
yeah.
I mean, I still love the characters that I love, but I'd rather watch somebody out in indie comics do something with their stuff that's going to make me feel the way I did the first time I ever read like a John Constantine issue, or the first time I picked up Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Mm-hmm. For sure, man. And this is where it's at. This is where the passion is. It feels like old school comics. You could feel the excitement in the chat of these streams and the creators that are making them. And I'm just excited to be around so much creativity. It's so cool to be putting out stuff that I love to make, and to see these other people really dig it, to read reviews of my books online, or reviews in videos and stuff. And just want to keep doing this, keep upping the quality, keep coming up with cooler stories over and over again. And this has been so awesome for me, so much so that I was actually hired to write a story for another creator. I was actually hired to write a story for John Malin and his IP, the Graveyard Shift, which is like this really cool, like Universal Monsters meets the X-Men. And I did a awesome, like some of my favorite writing that I've done. I had so much fun playing with someone else's characters, and just a lot of action. And the coolest thing is, because I've been putting out these books for a few years now, and every time, like especially with the Lost Pages, I would write something, work with an artist, and I have to pay them, right? And I have to pay them to make this awesome art. But for this one, I didn't, because I was hired. I actually got paid to write the story, and I get to see the art, the words that I wrote be turned into kick-ass art, and I don't even have to pay the guy. Someone else is paying him. So it's even cooler, because I just get to sit back and watch this stuff be made now that I've written this story. So that's going to be so cool when it comes out. Can't wait for that.
It's always a lot of fun when you get to go and play in somebody else's sandbox.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because it opens up to different avenues and where you can go with the property too.
Yeah, it was my first paid gig, and it's so cool that actually happened. I would love to do it again because it was a lot of fun.
You're listening. Phil wants to get hired to do more work. Let him go play in your sandbox. Look what he can do.
Time. Yeah.
If he has time.
Yeah.
In between chilling with Simon Bisley and talking to his Lobo statue.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing, man. Running these campaigns is a lot of work, and going on to
it's so much time.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm lucky enough to be a writer and have more time than, like, if I drew this stuff, I wouldn't have any time. I don't know how people do it.
No, I'd just be sitting here talking to myself.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for coming on. I know you have another stream to get to. We want to give you some time to grab some refreshment in between and take a breath. Just let everybody know where they can follow you and look for up and coming stuff.
Awesome. Yeah. So definitely follow us on social media. You could look up Zaid Comics on Facebook. We post there. We have a Twitter. My personal Twitter, which is usually where I do all my promoting, is at Philpops, which is FILLPOPS. And we're actually doing a fan art contest right now on Twitter. So we have the Magic Cop 2 fan art contest. There's 4 entrants. Just go to my page. You'll be able to find the poll. You guys could vote there. We also have a YouTube channel, which I'll be on, in like 20 minutes. We're going to be doing our Monday night podcast. So if you go to the Zaid Comics YouTube, just, search Zaid Comics on YouTube, hit us with a sub. We're almost at maybe like 750 subs. So we're trying to get to 1K, and definitely check out Magic Cop. We're going to be shipping it out soon. And if you want a comic like next week, you guys got to get the Lost Pages. It's some really, really fun superhero stuff across a bunch of different genres. If you like vigilantes, if you like superheroes, like powerhouses, there's even a manga story in the bonus book. So check that out. We're going to be getting that out to you as soon as possible, shipping out the next day. So I appreciate you having me on here, man. It's been a lot of fun letting you know about the stuff we're doing.
Cool. I'm really digging it. And this will be going out. Every single YouTube show I do gets downloaded and goes up to my podcast.
Nice.
And it'll go up from there. And of course, I'll tag you guys on Facebook and out here when it goes up. Probably in the middle of your next podcast.
Nice.
But I thank you for squeezing us in tonight. I know you're very busy. So we will hopefully be talking to you very soon. And everybody, grab your copy of Magic Cop, and while you're at it, grab the Magic Cup. and the magic shirt and the magic scroll and t-shirt and everything magic.
It's all magic. And if you guys
it's magic.
If you guys are wanting more comics, we do have a mailing list page up for the Lost Pages 2. We're going to have the first one available on that campaign as well. So check that out. Just Google the Lost Pages Volume 2, and it'll take you there. You can sign up. It's totally free.
And that way you know as soon as it launches and you can get right on it.
Yep.
Perfect. Phil, thanks so much, and we'll be talking to you soon.
Cool. Thank you so much.